Hey guys, Addie G in the house. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. All right. As usual, you know I have a little something to say. Welcome to my channel. Supporters, non-supporters, haters, stalkers, abusers, users, and everyone else that would like to be involved. Welcome. Get on down. Come on in. Let's get on in it. All right, guys. So check it out. I literally cannot stand the smell of sage. There's only one thing I like my sage with, and that's in my turkey dressing. So what we have today is a eucalyptus stick that we are going to smudge our cards with. Much better smell. All right. I'm going to do a little freestyling, but as usual, have a little something to say. And y'all know Miss Addie is going to speak her say. Anyone that knows me knows that. But I have a mission, I have a course, I have a reason, a purpose, and a little bit of everything else. I am standing up for what is just, what is right, and what was done in the unseen, in the dark. And I'm kind of sickened and appalled what certain set of family folks thought they were going to get away with. Apparently, it chaps a certain mother's arse that I make videos. Well, guess what, darling? You may have human fear, but not me. You see, for 6 years, he let you all, your sick, twisted family, abusing, using, literally crucify him while you tortured him. Darling, I am not him. I do not fear a damn one of you. So let's get on in it. For my supporters, this is a reading for a particular person, particular family, particular CPS system, a little northeast of Louisiana. I cannot tell you how sickening and disgusted this entire situation was. I cannot tell you how I'm astonished and shocked that certain folks thought they could get away with certain things. But we're going to get in the story, and I'm going to tell you exactly where those ladies going next. I will not stop, I will not sit down, I will not shut up until this man receives a fair judgment in court, or fairness overall when it comes to his girls. This man is a good father, a good man, has a good soul, and a good heart. Now, of course, we all have flaws. We know this. All right, let's go ahead and smudge them. Get a little something to drink here. Apparently, some people don't like or cannot take when what they dish out comes back to them. All right. Let me get up over here with you guys. You see, some folk didn't mind when it was me they were terrorizing. You see this right here? This old ho-ho that tried to throw defamation character on my name. I've never spent not even 3 minutes in a room with this woman. She knows nothing about me. These folks here, I've never spent 5-10 minutes in a room with. They know nothing about me. You see, when I saw this, I knew that my identity had been stolen. My Facebook was being watched. You see, I put that Facebook up in around 2020 when I made the new one. And the picture proves, I believe it said I had 3 friends, which means about the time you hacked, started watching, started stalking, means you've done that for about 4 years. We have a lot of folks here that want to try to stand in their purpose and holler facts. You know, these people are twisted. Well, darling, you can't get more twisted than the story I'm fixing to tell. All right, here it is. Right here. Let's see, I see 3 friends, 3 friends. You see, I keep my circle small, baby. I have maybe 78 friends on my list. You see, I'm not a clout chaser. I don't care to have 1,700, 2,700, 3,300. That's not how I roll. What we're talking about is these 2 here that put a child in a staged accident out of their greed. Greed is what led all of this to happen. Moving on. Apparently there's some folks that are jealous of Gamion. Let's see. We're going to recap real quick. And we're going to land on a few subjects. 1, the cross. Y'all didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. But God seen everything you did. There's the blister. And there's the cross. The pinky represents the past. All right, moving on. Like I said, I have something to say. And this message is for you, baby girl. First, you can kiss my ass. Second, until my son gets a fair judgment and his girls are treated fairly, I will not stop, I will not sit down, I will not shut up, and I will not go away. You may intimidate him, and you may have your bluff in on him, to where, oh, you're not going to speak to your girls unless you shut your mother up. Well, guess what, darling? When your family did that to me, and my son spoke on it, what was your reply? Oh, well, I can't control my family. Well, guess what, baby girl? Life is a fucking double-edged sword. He can't control his family either. Bitch, ain't it? Again, I will not sit down. I will not shut up. And I will not go away until my son receives a fair judgment that has to do with his children. You see, I tried to do this the right way. I went through the sheriff's office. I went through the governor's office. I went all the way to Michael H., CEO of CPS's office. And what good did it do? Nothing. Nothing. We got more racism, more discrimination. So you know what that means? That means I'm going to alter that course. Instead of trying to do it the legit way and going through the so-called chain of command, purchased myself a brand new computer. So I can now sit down, once again, and start contacting all the facilities, all of the people, all of the public who have tried to bring to Carolina's attention how their workers are liars. Yeah, that's the folks I will be contacting this time. The political officials that are fighting for corruption, that is the folks I will be contacting this time. Because you see, I don't like how you're treating my grandbabies. And if I have to stay on your ass until they're 18, that's exactly what I will do. Because I will never understand how someone can be racist against their own children. And that's exactly what has happened here. Because you see, for years you let it slide. The other four's education, how the other 4 were treated, when you beat on them, when you walk past maggots and shitty diapers, you let it all slide. But now, all of a sudden, it matters. So this is the thing, baby girl. If I have to stay on your ass and that's what forces you to treat my grandbabies better, sweet. I'm doing the job. Let's get in. You see, you tried to play with my mind. Y'all tried to sacrifice people's jobs. Y'all tried to sacrifice people's vehicles. And throughout all of this, never once, I may have spoke my mind to you, but never once did I target any of you's job. Never once. So all I see at this point is some low down, slow down, sorry ass, pathetic, piece of crap, trashy ass people. Now let's get on in. Lord, I ask that you bring down your divine white light as you've already given it to me. Let it flow through me as I lay these cards and speak truth to my knowledge. I will not stop. I will not sit down. I will not shut up. Nor will I go away. You see, while you were crucifying my son and over there spinning your lies to your family to help them so they would gang up and help crucify him, you never told them your shenanigans. You never told them your low down. But that's all right, baby. I'm going to clue them in for you. All right, moving on. I've never seen something so disgusting and sickening in my entire life. So first off, I've never spent more than 5 minutes socializing with anybody in your family. Be it your sisters, your brothers, or your mother. Or your auntie, or your uncle. So anything any of you have to say about me, nothing but lies. It's nothing but lies. Or whatever this lady has told you. And if you banking your livelihood or your possible jail time on what this thieving lying woman has to say, karma just may be coming for you. I've never seen, you on that little Facebook you made, you spoke on how your mother was such a good mother. Well, baby, none of my children are felons, criminals, convicts, or con artists. So apparently somebody wasn't too damn good of a mother, huh? Huh? Moving on. As well as not too damn good of a grandmother. Who tells their small grandchildren, we need more black babies in this family? And you didn't say it to the adults, baby girl. You said it to these children. You are a sick, twisted woman. Now let me remind you, anybody in your family I was good to. I was damn good to you. Even sent your mother Christmas gifts. Because you see, I know who I am. And you all tried to twist that. So let me go ahead and say for the record, I have never stood before a doctor, a judge, or anyone else and had a psychological test done. So let's go do it, baby. Your people, your family, these CPS workers, none of these people know me. I sent my information to Carolina to show these people who I was. But no doubt, you did a lot of twisting, you did a lot of lying, and you did a lot of trying to cover up an image, to cover up the crooks, the crimes, the criminals, and everything your family's doing. None of these people know me. So you see, everything I knew when I read all these little messages off of that Facebook, that was you. And that was your words. As I know, no one in your family, nor have I ever socially spent more than 5 minutes in a room with anyone in your family. It was always dropping off, picking up, or bringing things to you. Be it diapers, be it money, whatever. I still have checks on water bills. I can go back to the company where I purchased the big screen TV, the freezer, and everything else. I was nothing but good to you. You see, you're pissed because I exposed. You put that child in a staged accident. You need to seek some mental help, Mama. You tortured my son. When you tried to set him up to make it look like a drug overdose, and that didn't work because you were poisoning him, then you tried to piss him off and record him when he was doing nothing but trying to defend himself while he was watching like a hawk to protect his baby girls. I've never met a family so sick in my entire life. And if you think God didn't see every damn one of you, the only person you're fooling is yourself. You tried to set this man up. You tried to take him out. Really? You think annihilating a man, murdering a man, would have made it better? Baby, I'd have been screaming even louder. I've never seen such sick, twisted BS in my life. So I tested it with some little cheap tests from Amazon. One was negative and one was inconclusive. So you know what that tells me? It wasn't drugs. It was poison. So I went back and I looked up a few things. My son's health has immensely improved since he came home. No more severe migraine headaches, no more nausea, no more vomiting, no more diarrhea, no more tingling in the hands or the feet. You know, you forgot you was dealing with a nurse. Oh, wait, I forgot. You posted on your Facebook you was a nurse. I think I have a picture of that. I'm fed up with your shenanigans. I'm fed up with your BS. And I'm damn sure fed up with how you and your family are treating my beautiful, smart, intelligent, worthy grandchildren. You're trying to strip these children. You're trying to play with their mental minds. You're trying to strip them of any worth they have. Do you know what that is? That's your own insecurities, your own jealousy, envy, and spite. It's sick. It is sick. So let me tell you, mama, mother, that raised all these good children that turned out to be felons, convicts, con artists, and thieves. For all that you tried to incriminate me for. My daughter's in school for business. My son-in-law is a nuclear tech. My youngest son works for the state, and my oldest son works in maintenance. And what is it yours do? Moving on. So I looked up a few things. And the one thing that caught my mind, so I am going to go ahead and send it to the lab, was arsenic. And we all know this is normally, I do believe, listed as the #1 jailhouse poison. So I asked my son, do you think it was her mother? And his reply was, no, Mama. She's the one that always brought me the coffee. So let me read to you what those arsenic symptoms are. Because arsenic is considered a metal. It causes abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, chest pain. Well, you know, I remember my son having that. It also causes abnormal heart rhythm. I remember my son having that. It also causes hypo or hypertension, pins and needles feelings in your fingers and toes. And that's exactly what my son was experiencing. And consistent digestive issues. So I don't know what you fools thought you were going to get away with, because only an idiot commits a bigger crime to cover up the simpler crime. Moving on. As I said, I've never spent more than 5 minutes socializing or anything with anyone in your family. There's only one cousin I knew, and that's because my son went fishing with him periodically. Anytime I ever met anyone in your family, it was, "Hi, nice to meet you." I heard some of your auntie's little nasty slurs, and I pushed them to the side and kept right on kicking. Because I was only there for one reason, and that was to pick up my grandbabies, drop off my grandbabies, bring you something, pay something, do something for you, or come to see my son. That is only the moments when they were not here. Because you see, when you left here, you left with a baby girl, and that was it. You returned a couple weeks later and picked up the rest, minus my oldest grandchild with you. You left her here for months while I sat and watched my child cry over his baby girl. You had the freaking audacity, when this man cried in court over his babies, to go back and tell those little girls your daddy fake cried. You, darling, are one of the sickest women I have ever met in my life. But you're going to give this man fairness because you have pushed me to my freaking limit. I will not give up. I will not sit down. I will not shut up. And I will not go away. If I have to hire a private detective, I will for the rest of the days until they turn 18. I've never seen somebody be racist against their own children. I've never seen a grandmother be racist against her own grandchildren. This is the most sickening thing I've ever seen in my life. And then for the workers to cover up for your corruption, right down to stage accidents, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see. Carrington is kin to you. You thought you was going to get away with that shit too, though, huh? As well as what your little buddy Colette put in that icy that was delivered to me. Y'all really thought I was a damn fool. Moving on. You know, like I said, the words in these photos are straight from your mouth. Lies, twisted truths, in an effect to hide your BS, your criminal activities, and your child abuse, theft, corruption, PPP loans, whatever they were, credit card theft, your sister, your brother, all the people wanted to run their mouth. These people don't even know me. Your aunt, your uncle. I've never been in a room with any of these fools more than 5 minutes, much less them know anything about me. But you see, that's what the CPS workers fail to realize. Anything you spun, anything you told, was straight foul-mouthed, twisted BS and lies. And I saw your comment you made on my YouTube about what's taking you so long. We see, baby, I'm not you. I tried to give 3 children that had no home a home, and it slowed me down. But you can damn well bake on. We still come. As I said, you're going to give this man fairness. This man is a good father. This man is a good man. Just because you're pissed because you didn't get what you wanted out of it, that's your fault, baby girl. Had you known how to respect a man and not have your entire family target him, you would have got what you wanted. Because all this man tried to get you to do was be a good mother. All this man tried to get you to do, he tried to show you how all that money you spent, splurged, and ran through, you could have purchased that land outright. You could have purchased that trailer outright and lived the rest of your days in it, rent-free, debt-free. Because you see, everybody's rooting for you. And as I've said before, you can put abuse in a brick house. You can put abuse in the White House. You can put it in a double wide. You can put it in a single wide. But abuse, darling, is still abuse. Right on. Moving on. Grandma, you just as sick and twisted, baby girl. To tell those babies what you did, we need more black babies around here. That's racist, darling. How do you want to treat these children different because they have mixed blood? It just goes to show how racist, sick, and twisted you are. Every one of you have abused these children mentally, physically, and in other ways. And you see, my concern The reason I will never sit down, shut up, or go away is because you have a pattern. You let your family abuse your children, you have abused your children. So you know what that tells me? Well, I know you've already moved on to another man, but what that tells me is this. If you didn't have enough gumption, backbone, or, had to be validated by your family, apparently, if you let your family abuse your children, you're damn sure not going to stop your boyfriend, your new stepdaddy. You're not going to stop that person from abusing your children as well. And that is where I come in concerned. I'm not going to sit back and wait for some knuckle dragger to abuse my grandbabies. Somebody you drag up to lay up with to abuse my grandbabies. And that's what you don't get. Nobody wants your child support. Nobody wants a damn thing from you. Nobody cares what you do. Come on, drop them off, baby. Go on to school for nursing. Go on to agency. Travel the world. Nobody cares. But I'll be damned if you're going to sit back and abuse my grandbabies. You are your sick, twisted family. Moving on. Like I said, your fear tactics and manipulation may work on him, but I don't fear a damn one of you. And as I stated, at no point in time, whoever stood up for adjudication in a court of law lied like a dog. At no time have I gone for a psych eval. No time have I stood before a judge. No time have I stood before a doctor. I have given no one any type of litigation over me. I've given no one power of attorney, and I've given no one the right to manage me, my YouTube channel, my medical records, or anything else. Moving on. But you're going to get your karma, baby. Let me tell you how you're going to get your karma. Because you see, you fail to recognize the dilemma you put yourself in. Because that old one-legged, greater-than-thou, domineering piece of crap uncle you have is going to be your worst nightmare. Because you gave him control over your family. And there's one thing Capricorn doesn't like. And I know that because I'm a Capricorn. And that's for someone else to control. So you can get that house, that home. You can make it look good for the social worker. You can make it look good for the tarot readers. But you see, the thing's not getting it. The thing is holding on to it. And you have a pattern of walking away from things and not holding on to them. I will make many, 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 many more videos. Many more. I will contact people, and that is exactly what I'm going to do in your area. Except for this time, I will not go through the correct chain of command. Because it did us no good, and my grandchildren are still being abused. You are a sick, twisted woman to whip a child with a belt because she tries to tell you about her little feelings. And you see, that's why you try to shut him down. That's why you try to shut off communication. Because you do not want that man to know what's going on in that home. It's too late for that, baby girl. We know who you are. We've seen you. We know your patterns. We know your family are some sick, twisted individuals. Right down to Granny. Ain't he? Drug-induced ho-ho sisters that tried to proclaim somebody else was. And for you, baby girl, you know where I'm at. Right where I'm at. So for all the mouth popping you wanted to do, I have nothing but an open invitation for you. You know where I'm at. All right, guys, let's get on in it. Because there's one thing I'm not, and that's insecure, yellow belly, spineless, twisted, or sick. But what I am is fed the hell up. I'm fed up with this sick family's BS. I'm fed up with the illegal stalking, hacking. I'm fed up with my civil rights being violated. I'm fed up with my grandchildren's civil rights being violated. I can take a psychological test any day of the week. I also have witnesses that can prove in court of law I have and have had a certain gift for many, many, many years. But you see, that was something I never spoke of to you. until I introduced you to tarot cards. And you see, I'll never forget the day when I showed you that business card that said Southern Vixen Tarot. The look on your face said it all. I'm in competition with no one, never have been and never will be. But apparently, you were. Let me see. Maybe that's why you put you were a nurse on your Facebook. And I do have that picture. Something seriously wrong with you. So I don't care if it pisses you off, if it pisses him off, or if it pisses the freaking governor off. Truth is truth and facts are facts. This man was discriminated against. You thought you and your sick, twisted family were going to take my son's life, and you thought fucking wrong. Moving on. Yes, I've showed my ass. Yes, I'm somewhere between Amazing Grace and Raising Hell. And yes, I am standing up for these innocent babies, and I will keep right on standing until the day they turn 18. All right, moving on. So let's get a reading on y'all's corrupt BS, and let's find out. As Paul Harvey used to say, let's get the rest of the story. Moving on. As far as everybody else, I don't give a damn what you think. And I'm referring to Tarot Land. I came out here just to read tarot cards. I was targeted. I've seen a lot of racism. I've seen a lot of BS. And I'm fed up with all of it, baby. It's no sweat off my arse what any of you do. But you not going to stand in between me, justice, and my grandchildren. All right. We have the Ace of Water. Oh, by the way, guys, pay no attention to my little rubber mat here. I covered this table because I'm kind of tired of having to polish it. All right, so we have the Ace of Cups. Relationships, proposals, marriage is normally what this stands for, but it also stands for that big old cup of love. That's gammy all the way. Kills your soul because they love their gammy. You might as well get over that, baby. You're a sick, twisted woman when you have an issue because your children love their grandmother and their grandmother loves them. It's not my fault you, your grandmother, or anyone else couldn't stand up to par. Because I've never, ever treated one of my children this way. And you had the audacity to say I gave mine away. I'll have to dig that paperwork out for you where it states I was suing my ex-husband. Because you see, I put up one hell of a fight for somebody that didn't have a family backing them. For somebody that didn't have corrupt liars, thieves, con artists, and idiots that would lie to the judicial system. And that's already been proven. You've already done that in court. You've done that many, 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 many times. Your ass should be in jail. Moving on. All right. So we had the Gammy, Ace of Wands card. We had the Hermit card. We have the Five of Water. And we have the Six of Air. And you see, had Mr. Leach been a little smarter, instead of stuck in his image and ego, he may have listened to what somebody was trying to tell him. Baseline, Mr. Leach, baseline. Root out those corrupt workers, and your entire system will get better. All right, guys, like I said, you can see these are kind of wavering. That's, I'm trying to get that mat to rest. Moving on. A lot of folks come for me. Well, let me ask you something. Baby, if I ain't shaking it up and waking it up, why do you think all these con artists, thieves, and fools are coming for me, huh? God's seen it all, baby. All right, moving on. We have that huge cup of love, that Ace of Water. We have that Hermit mode, and that's normally grand, because I just stay to myself and do my thing. We have Six of Earth. That's Gammy. Sharing, caring, and loving. That's just like right now. I would like to send my grandbaby so many things. But you see, it doesn't do any good. And we've already tested that theory. You know, it's really sick and twisted when you would rather the school donate a book sack to them than them be able to go to Amazon, just pick out what they want, and they're going to get it for them. You have a problem, ma'am. You have a serious problem. Not only have we proven it, when things were sent, the auntie, the sick, twisted aunt that sprayed the whiskey in her face, decided she would control that. Ma'am, that's not your place. This was between a man, a woman, and their children. And every one of them got involved. And did you have the freaking audacity to talk smack? Because this man has one person in his corner? You're sick, pathetic, fake, vain, shallow people. I will not sit down. I will not shut up. And I will not go away until justice is brought to this case. All right, we have Hermit, messenger of air. That's Gammy. Got that sharp tongue, baby, and bringing in that message. Next, we had the Five of Water, grief. My heart bleeds for my babies because I know the mental torment you piece of craps are putting them through. Moving on. You can play this video for anybody. I do not care. Let's take it to court, baby. Let's take it to court. Matter of fact, sue me. Sue me, take me to court so I can get a free ticket to the courthouse to prove this case. Moving on. You see, y'all seem to think because Gammy was always nice, the Gammy was always going to be nice. But when you abuse my babies, you brought out something you never expected. Moving on. Gammy's grieving over those babies, that Five of Water. Knowing those babies being mistreated. I cannot tell you how it turns my stomach to know you tell them they're fat and they're ugly. How sick, how disgusting of you. And then you beat that baby with a belt. You are a vile, sick, pathetic creature. All because you're angry. You're mad how things turned out. Maybe you should have thought of that before you put that baby in a staged accident. Maybe you should have thought of that before you let your greed overcome you. You needed money. There was other ways you could have got it. He will not sit me down, shut me up. You will not sit me down, shut me up. Michael Leach and the governor will not sit me down, shut me up. It's time to go ahead and leak to other sites. It's time to go ahead and bring it to the public's knowledge. Because the public will make damn sure this case is handled correctly. The higher-ups know it, and I know it. And that's why you all want to shut me up. Moving on. What else do you have for us, Spirit? God's seen it all, baby. You cannot abuse innocent babies and think the big man didn't see it. Moving on. We have the Ace of Fire. Ace of Fire. We know that's action. Normally that's a new project. Ace of Wands. Inspiration. The urge to create. Well, guess what? Gammy's going to create. You see, this was a cult, a coven, racism. And your sister said it all. Me and mine clammed up. Baby, I don't need a coven. I don't need a clan. I know who I am. I'm one strong damn woman. But you already knew that. You just thought I was a nice, strong woman. Moving on. Six of Air, moving on to calmer waters. So we have somebody coming in that's grieving over something. That's them babies. That's them precious, sweet, innocent, intelligent, beautiful babies. Ace of Fire. Coming in, baby, with action and truth. Next, Six of Air. Transformation. Moving forward, bringing about transformation. I will scream it from every rooftop I can scream it from. And I will keep screaming it until justice comes. Until this man gets fair treatment. Thought you was going to take him out. I just can't be more repulsed. Then we have Eight of Earth. Being rewarded for hard work and call. So somebody's following their calling. So we have that big old cup of love over here from Gammy. And the 6 of Earth. Balance, sharing, justice. Then we have the Hermit and the Messenger of Air. Logic, quick tongue, messenger. Then we had the 5 of Water and the Grief. Moving forward with action to bring about transformation and move things to calmer water. And let me say this for the other folks, kin folks, your folks, these folks, those folks, tarot folks, anybody, be it the CEO, the governor, the sheriff, anyone else that thinks this is okay, apparently you have some issues yourself. All right, moving on. You see, for 6 years, my son sat back and was submissive. Many nights of worry, headaches, vomiting, diarrhea. And what gave you away is the tingling he experienced in his hands and feet. That is a true sign of arsenic poisoning. You are some sick individuals, and you thought you would never get caught. All right, moving on. And you see, you use that against him. You use the love of his children against him. You shut it down, and you won't let him speak to him, so he'll sit here and he'll worry, he'll fret. You're sick. You're no different than one of these clout-chasing, money-grubbing, worthless-ass women that use their children as a pawn. Because that's all that you are doing, is using these babies as a pawn. And the sick thing is, not only are you using them as a pawn, you're abusing them, you're letting your family abuse them, and whatever knuckle dragger you drag up next, you will let abuse them, because that's your pattern. Moving on. I'll be damned. It's going to be a cold day in hell before I sit back and watch you pull up some knuckle dragger and let that knuckle dragger abuse, possibly molest, because you damn sure didn't care that the strung-out drug addict uncle was tapping on their bedroom door at night. I hope the judicial system has finally recognized the manipulative piece of crap that they are dealing with. And it wasn't me and my son. My son has a clean record. Moving on. Y'all's karma will come for the BS y'all did. Moving on. You may torture him with it, but you won't do it to me. Because I'm not afraid of a damn one of you. You see, like I said, for 6 years he kissed your ass. I have the paperwork still from in 2019 when I was going to sue the hell out of both of you for custody. And that boy said to me, Mama, I don't want my girls to not have a mama. But at no point did you have any empathy, did you have any consideration for them not having a daddy. While you sat back, tortured, and twisted the truth so your family would target him, come for him. And I can't tell you how sick it makes me that CPS gave a one-legged piece of crap criminal jurisdiction over my son's children. And how that piece of crap used that to torment my son and his mind and his heart. I just don't think I've ever met such a piece of crap family. Moving on. 6 of Swords. Victory, baby. Victory. So we have that big cup of love, that sharing and caring, and we have victory. Look at that. Then we have Hermit, and we have that messenger with that sharp tongue. Coming in with passion, speaking that truth. Moving on. Magician. And we all know the magician means manifesting. This person has every tool they need to manifest. Then we had let's see, the four, was that 4 or 5? The 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles represents long-term security. Sometimes it represents greed, but you see, I've never been a greedy person. You know that firsthand. Next we have Fool. Yeah, I'm a fool, baby. Fool enough to take that leap of faith. Next, moving on, we had the Grief, the 5 of Cups, and the Ace of Fire. New project, new beginning, and action. Hang on, it hit the floor. Next, we had the Queen of Cups. Let me put that up there so you guys can see it. And the Queen of Cups with the Ace of Fire. That's someone not afraid. That's a nurturing person. Healing. Support. Look at that. With the 7 of Wands. Standing their ground. Moving on. So then we had the transformation in the 6 of Air. Someone taking action to bring in transformation and move things to calmer waters. These waters aren't going to get calmer, but in one way. And that's a court decision. Wheel of Fortune. Transformation. Moving things to calmer waters. And taking those destinies in someone else's hands. But you see, the Wheel of Fortune speaks on taking your destiny in your own hands, spinning that Wheel of Fortune. Well, apparently these children's destiny needs to be in someone's hands beside yours and your twisted families. Moving on. We have the 8 of Coins, being rewarded for good work. And then we have the Call. Someone answering their calling. And the card that came out next was what? Star. Somebody that stands out. Somebody that's seen. Give us another one on the Star card. Five of Pentacles. Normally this represents left out in the cold. So you see, y'all tried to stop, y'all tried to sabotage, y'all tried to sit somebody down, shut somebody up, leave them out in the cold. Somebody that shined. You didn't like it, did you? You didn't like the fact that Gammy possibly shined a little bit brighter. You couldn't stand the fact that my grandchildren loved me. Gammy, 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 Gammy. You know why? You know why that is? Because Gammy doesn't treat them like they have no worth. And that's exactly what your family does. Moving on. 2 of Wands. Making a decision. Tell us about that 2 of Wands. Every one of these cards, I have expressed to you exactly what they mean. Tell us about the 2 of Wands. Tell us about the 2 of Wands. Ooh. And there it is. And it keeps coming up. D-E-A-T-H. So somebody's answering their calling and moving forward. And making a choice to bring D-E-A-T-H to a situation. Cards don't lie. Moving on. Now, we already know why this corrupt family did this. We already know why other folks tried to protect it, hide it, sweep it under the carpet. Give us a general. Give us a general. There it is right there. Greed. Your greed is what opened this entire Pandora's box. Give us another. Seven of Swords. Something you thought you got away with. Look at that. Give us another. Eight of Pentacles for the reward. Cards don't lie. You greed, something you thought you got away with, and the money you received. You know, for quite some time, I just couldn't gather why you would have done that with that child. And then it dawned on me. That was the one that couldn't rat you out. Moving on. Look at that. 3 wands. You did it just for the money so your ships would come in. As I said before, there's other ways to get it. You didn't have to put a child at risk. And now you abuse him. You torture this man because you're trying to hide your crimes. And your sick, twisted family tried to help you hide them also. All right. So let's see what your karma might be, huh? What's the karma for what this sick, twisted family did to this man and these children? What is the karma, Lord? Because we know universal balance is karma. What's the karma? What is the karma for this corrupt family? We have the King of Pentacles. What is the karma for this corrupt family? We have the Ace of Cups. And as I've said before, sometimes the good Lord will build you up just so you fall further. Ooh. And we have the stalk. Somebody sitting back watching everything. Moving on. Burdens. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Cup of Love. We have the Stalker card and we have the Burdens. That looks like one-legged up to me. You fix to reap what you sow. And you already are. You know it, I know it. Your worst nightmare is someone controlling you. What else? What else? Yep. Hit the floor. The Hierophant. Tradition. Conformity. Ooh! Tower. For what was done in the dark. That you thought you got away with. Look at that. Cards don't lie, baby. Cards don't lie. All right. So we have the greed. Why you did it. The fact you thought you got away with it. The money. The reward you got from doing it. So some ships could come in. Then we have King of Pentacles. That could be somebody watching. A lot of love. Stalker. Hierophant. Traditional. Conformity. You burdened by what you thought you got away with that was done in the dark. That's going to bring you a tower. That's what I have. That's what I've got to say. And again, let me remind you, I will not sit down, I will not shut up, and I will not go away until it takes my last breath. You will not get away with abusing and mentally effing with my grandchildren's minds. You will not get away with making these beautiful, talented, intelligent young ladies think they are unworthy because you are racist, pathetic, shallow, and sick. These babies deserve better than what you have given them. These babies deserve better than what you have done to them. These babies deserve better than someone that's going to let their family abused them. And again, I don't give a rat's ass what you, your family, or any tarot reader over here in Tarot Land has to say. Your family is sick and twisted. Let me remind you, you all came for me first. You all targeted, hacked, stalked, sabotaged jobs, sabotaged vehicles, abused children, tormented a man over his love of his children. And you think you are going to get away with that? I will not sit down. I will not shut up. Nor will I go away. And for that perfect mother that's apparently not so damn good of a grandmother, apparently you didn't do too well as a mother either. I didn't raise convicts, con artists, felons, and criminals. Peace out. Justice is coming.